Anyways, what happened with the executive branch?
I don't know. I forgot.
I
Sorry.
thought you were looking at.
I tried. I really did.
They were talking about Pete Hegseth. I know there was a claim that they.
Which is crazy.
But yeah, he's a boy. He's a dog.
Just because, dude, they do not want a white boy summer.
Yo, what's up, Yeezus? I'm a big fan, bro. I love your work. I love your work.
I appreciate it, but don't talk.
I love your work, though.
I don't want.
They don't. They hate to see someone like him having fun.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, the thing is, it's all about symbols about these kinds of roles and positions. If getting rid of him effectively cancels white boy summer, well, you can't.
Caucasian Spring has already been so great.
Not really.
What?
You've seen the economy?
Oh, I haven't been paying attention to that shit.
It's going.
It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. So,
fairy dust doesn't exist.
Fairy dust. That's right.
I'm not having fun at Caucasian Spring.
Why, brother?
It just goes like this, but it's like usually
Looks
it goes
like it's going silly style.
Usually it goes like that, but now it's going like that.
Should have diversified.
Oh yeah, I bet. It's been nice out the past couple of weeks though, so that's
the weather's been wonderful.
Yeah.
Egg prices have stayed the same. My milk has stayed the same, which I'm very thankful.
Your what?
I buy special milk. That shit stayed solid, stagnant. Fuck yeah.
You buy like the price?
The price has been
What do you mean
flat?
All right.
Yeah.
What kind of milk?
A2. You know about A2?
Huh?
They don't do all that crazy shit to it.
The stuff that like makes it so where like no diseases can pass through it?
No, they do some of it, but they don't go overboard. They do just enough. They hit the threshold, and that's it.
Why wouldn't everyone just?
No, I know you don't understand this because you drink silk milk, but
that's not true.
What do you drink?
2%.
Nah. For real?
Reduced fat.
If I go up there and there's Chobani oat milk up there,
you want to bet? You want to put it all on black?
I don't want to put it all on black.
I'll put it all on black.
There's
there's a little carton up there that's 2%.
I didn't know you were cool like that. 2%'s pretty. Why aren't you drinking full?
Huh?
Why aren't you drinking a hundo?
Because I only use it with cereal, so I don't really care.
You know, I will say I've been pretty disappointed.
Like what?
As I've grown up, cereal used to be like a staple of good. If I had cereal in the morning, it was gonna be a good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, if I eat cereal, it's usually late at night, after work and after a workout, and I'm like,
I would need to talk about that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I shouldn't have eaten cereal.
You eat it at night?
It's just despair. It's cereal of despair right away.
What kind are you eating though? You gotta.
No, I've been eating a fucking staple is either Life, Cinnamon Life.
All right.
Or,
that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Hey, chat. That's a good choice.
That's a good choice.
Dubs in the chat.
The sweetened. What are they? The fucking frosted mini wheats.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Those two. Those are the two.
Yeah.
And you eat them.
Everything else is a little.
Do you
crazy.
eat them during lunch or dinner?
Mostly dinner, or like post dinner.
Post dinner?
Yeah. Right now, I'm like going to work, hitting the gym on the way home, and then I get home around like.
Now here's the
crushing it at like 8:30.
I like that we're opposite ends of the spectrum on a couple of things. As you said, Asperger's, autistic. You work out at an ungodly hour at night, and I work out.
6 is fine.
That's like I'm showered and like I'm going upstairs reading,
You're tucked in bed.
And I'm literally reading, and it's like I'm usually working till 6, but like 7, 8 is it's like I'm fucking done. Where I work out at an ungodly time in the morning, because if I don't have morning footy at 7, I work out at like 5, like 5:30.
You don't work out with the footy boys?
What do you mean, like workout?
They're like, hey, come lift with us. Do they lift, or is it just like
they're a lot of them
strictly ball?
Those guys specifically on weekdays are like strictly just balling. The weekend guys probably do work out as well, but it's like everyone's schedule. People work at different. Just it's more convenient just to work out here and then just be ready to go.
Makes sense.
There's that of like, because I could never work out at like 6 or 7 p.m. I've tried a couple times of like where it's like I can't do it in the morning, and so I'm doing it at night, and it's just it's the worst.
I love it.
So tired
It makes me focus though.
Focused like what?
Like I'm only there to lift. That's all I'm thinking about when I'm there.
You don't do any cardio with it too?
I'll do it at the end of that, but if I lift,
you look like you do.
If I lift in the morning, I'll be like, oh man, like there's a schedule to it, you know.
Yeah.
I have to only lift for this long, and it needs to be efficient. Fucking dawdle around. I can't say hi to anybody that I know there. I can't like be like, oh, actually, I kind of want to swim tonight. Maybe I'll swim. Maybe I'll go hit the song.
You don't want to have that option to do that stuff?
No, I love that option. That's why I do it at night. If I do it in the morning, I'm like, I need to be out of here by 7 to shower. And so
I see.
And then that throws the whole workout off. Focused on hitting the deadline instead of the work.
For me, working out in the morning is more like I achieved something like to start the day off, and my mind is now like it's like going. Like I don't have like because I don't drink tea or coffee in the morning. So when I wake up and I don't work out, I'm like groggy. I'm all groggy and groggy. Where if I work out, then it's like, okay, now I'm sharp. It makes me tired. It makes me hungry throughout the entire fucking day. Yeah. And it makes me tired. Really, at the end, I start crashing out now. But yeah.
You gotta hit you gotta start hitting the caffeines.
But I only do it if I need it. Like during an interview. Interviewed 2 days ago for a role.
How'd it go?
Went pretty good. I have kind of a thing where I'm thinking of just telling everyone everything, because fuck it.
Like what? Oh, on here?
Yeah.
Because of what I said?
No, I'm just.
All right, better not be because of what I said.
No. As an agent, it's as an agent. It's an agency job, a contract job for like a major gaming company. And
you had that one.
Yeah.
How'd it go? Good, bad.
I thought it was good. They thought I was like. They were like, "Oh, you've done a lot in your career. How old are you?" And then they were like, "This role is like pretty foundational."
What does that mean?
Entry specialist, coordinator level, like that type of shit. It was like, but you're paying me $20K more than I'm getting paid now. So like,
foundational schmational.
Yeah, it's kind of redundant. I gave him a good answer and it connected with him. I usually like have a presentation that I give to people, especially if it's on Zoom. Like a personal summary and then a career like timeline, so I don't have to talk through my resume, or they're not just like staring at me the whole time.
They request that? I've never seen that until.
It's the company I used to work for was like they're not expecting it, but it's like it happens a lot. And then now it got me my job here, and then it helped with like the job, like the interview yesterday. So it's just like it's a very helpful tool.
So do you come in and you're like, I prepared a little something for you guys if you don't mind?
They always say like, okay, like, I'm this, there's my title, this is our team, this is kind of what the role is. Would love to open the floor to you to like talk us about yourself. I have your resume here, but like want you to speak to yourself. And I go, oh, perfect. I actually have a presentation that I made that I can walk through about me and my career, so you don't have to just stare at my face. And I click on share screen, and except this time when I clicked on share screen, it said the host doesn't give me permission to do that, and the host was like the recruiting director or the recruiting like person, so she had to come in and join the call.
Why wasn't she there to begin with?
Well,
she has all the permissions.
It was one person was there, so there's like a manager director level, so the manager was there. Weird. I've never had a recruiter sit in on a meeting, which I think that was weird. But then she had to be like, oh, sorry, like, let me get my director or whatever. And then eventually she came in and, like, stayed for, like, a second just to, like, boop, okay, you're the host now. And then I was able to do it. But TikTok, my presentation's, like, 15 minutes. And a 30-minute convo, that's, like, it's good stuff, but it's, like, tells you, like, everything you need to know about me.
Yeah.
But then the other 15 is, like, hardcore. Like, you as the hiring manager just need to ask me what you're confused by, or like what you need to ask.
Yeah, that's a lot of
There's
real
no
estate.
dandy. And so there's never like an awkward, I've never been in an interview where it's an awkward, like you cut short like 10 minutes early, always go a little long. But yeah, I had to give my first spiel just me talking, and then they came in and be like, "Oh, sweet, thank, boop. Oh, I was just talking about this, so now I'm going on for this one." And so that was a bit. I hate fucking tech issues when it goes into shit like that, because it's like first impressions are pretty big, and it.
Yeah, but I mean they all.
Hopefully, I got this job, which had a technical difficulty.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You were at war with the Zooms and the.
The one previously was a Teams. This one was a Zoom.
They're out for you.
I mean, it's different if I would just like stand and like sit there and just talk. But yeah. It was annoying.
That's so much different. I've never had an interview. Maybe I should do interviews.
It's a lot. It helps, like, it immediately paints you for like you're like professional and you're prepared, which like shows that like I am like I'm serious about this. Like when you start talking, it's like shut the fuck up and let me talk. In a situation, you put them on like the
hold court, basically.
You're holding
respectfully.
That was a great call out there. Chad just said you was a great call out there. You're holding court basically, which like puts I don't know. For me, it's easier to like present and stuff like that. And then when they want to be conversational, it'd be like when I talked about the role that I'm in now, which is like very relevant for the job. The hiring director was like, "Yeah, let's just pause on this and like talk me through like what you did." And it was like perfect. Like that just gets it going to where like if after that we can keep going with what I'm gonna say, we'll just keep going on here the entire time. But it's never like. I think the goal is to fill it with content that's like relevant that they need, and then don't ever stop like 10 minutes early. Unless it's like a surefire thing, you're just going through the motions, this job is yours type of thing. That's what do you think?
Because I do fucking hate that question of like, tell us about you.
And this helps you, it's a tool. It literally just reminds you of like what you say. You also need like emotive storytelling. I don't know if you're like.
I also. I've done I haven't done a
Zoom
one.
I've had people like when they give me advice, one about like when I started this, to be like they ask if there's like something that they can share, like their screen in the room when they're like presenting in physical, or if you have like a physical. This is a
USB
bit
or something.
Yeah, or like a yeah, or like something that they can plug into. This is a bit like overkill, I think, but like some of them had like pamphlets, like physical papers that they give out to them. That might be
walk in with a trifold board. All right, everybody.
Yeah, it's a bit silly, that one, but it helps a lot with digital.
I can see where it's a fucking, especially because you can't vibe in. I feel like the first interview is always really just a vibe check. And then if they want it, they'll go into technicals. But then you're over Zoom, you can't really joke around with the person or see their body language.
That's rough.
It's a good way to.
And I will say the presenting of like, there's times where they don't butt in, and it's just like you talking for like 15, 20 minutes, and then it's like, and they're just sitting there silent, just ready to ask the questions that they have to ask you. That can be like kind of like, I can't get a read on you at all. But yeah, pro tip. I don't know what I'm gonna. There's another role that I have a phone call for next week.
Round 2 or round 3 or
no? It's the first one for. Fucking care for Warner Bros. Entertainment.
Ooh, do they do games?
They do. Yeah. Otter. They do a bunch of Lego, the DC ones, like all of those.
Marvel Rivals?
No,
Who does Marvels?
Marvel Rivals is Tencent, and I think the publisher, I don't know who this developer is.
Oh.
They do DCU stuff, not Marvel stuff. Marvel is owned by
Batman
Disney. Yeah.
Oh. Because I know they're big on TV, the media.
Yeah.
And the
I think this would be like
board game.
Blend between board games.
They make a lot of board games. Warner Bros.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll talk about that. I love board games.
I've been playing Monopoly since I was a kid. I basically know.
Do they own Monopoly?
No, I don't know. They might.
Fucking liar.
No, that's is it Hasbro? That's the gummy bears. Gummy bears are Haribo.
It's Hello?
No.
No, Hasbro sounds right. There's a toy company that's like that.
Who knows?
Oh yeah, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
You don't want to watch it for Rooney? You don't want to look after Rooney, my dog?
What is it? You never answered my questions.
Of what?
What do you need me to do? Do you need me to just show up, let him go pee, and then leave?
Mission. Don't let him die.
I know you said that, but I would show up, give him food, and let him roam for free. I'd leave the door open.
Yeah. This is about
That's certainly not all
that's
that
like the
needs
minimum
to be done.
of like going, I would say 2-3 times a day if you could,
Okay.
of like coming over, like morning, lunch, and nighttime, letting him out, refilling water and food.
This is what I was looking for, the nitty gritty.
That's like bare minimum.
I couldn't do that.
Twice?
Like 2 days or
No,
lunch,
like
dinner?
Lunch, dinner. Or
Breakfast,
morning,
dinner,
night.
I don't know. I don't think I could promise it. I could certainly say I would try.
I would most certainly not trust
but I wouldn't
anyone
be
to
able to
do that.
promise it. Because I got, work is busy, but work is from 8:30, 6:00.
Is the missus working?
Why not? What's her name? Wanda? Who's
Oh,
fuck is she doing?
we could.
Or that tall motherfucker that came over here that one time.
Huh?
That tall guy. That tall Caucasian. He was a big boy.
Huh?
The guy that knows everybody.
Oh, that's same over there. They're married, those two.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know them very well.
They're certainly not doing anything during the work week.
No, they're retired. Yeah. PB has to go jump on that, but I think he's shy and doesn't want to.
Bro, what?
No.
Tell him to fucking.
That'd be helpful if they did it. I asked Sal,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You can only do 2 days."
Why? What is he doing? Working?
He's going to a bachelor party in Vegas that week. Where's your bachelor party? Oh wait, you don't get to decide.
I get to decide. I'm cooking this up.
Oh, I know.
I'm working
Here we
on
go
it.
to Tokyo.
No.
What are you cooking?
It'll be a joint one, and it's gonna be by the water. So
joint?
Yeah, it's gonna be by the water with the ladies. So
wait, what?
So you gotta
joint?
You gotta learn to swim and you gotta learn to talk to ladies.
Joint?
There's gonna be both of those things there. Yeah, joined.
This thing, dude. If this wasn't the professional podcast, I'd be throwing some slurs at you, dude.
God dang.
You sound like a.
No,
what?
It's great. It's a good way. It's a.
Oh yeah.
Because I said what I wanted, and she was like, "Oh, that sounds like a lot
Copium.
of fun," and I was like. But that is neither here nor there.
You don't get to decide.
What are you talking about?
You don't get to decide.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. It's always like a.
Hey,
it's always like a.
God is my witness.
Chad is saying
dude,
it's not even.
They're lighting you up right now.
Fuck them.
You will.
Leaving anyways.
What?
Who cares?
That's good. Think you're gonna put in 2 weeks? Or you gonna?
I almost did it 2 weeks ago. I almost put in my 2 weeks. Just because. I would like something to be lined. I would like to be. I would like to line something else.
Yeah.
There's a lot in limbo right now that I just don't know, which is like great of like the length of the contract, of like the other roles that are around. There's a role back home that like there's multiple roles of where like the recruiter pulled my application because she knew me, and then I got recommended. But there's like a hiring frenzy right now, so specialist levels are like bottom of the pile. It's been like almost been a month already.
You should rush the gate. Name out there.
What do you mean rush the gate?
Don't they have security guards at the gate?
Yeah, but there's other entrances that they don't.
Make a scene.
Should make a scene.
Make a scene.
Make a scene. I'm in. No. Yeah. I almost put my 2 weeks in. I've been thinking about it a lot. It's just
you gotta line something.
I think it's just the stress. I'm very stressful because you just don't like little shit like that of where like someone tests you.
Yeah.
Of where it's like,
Especially
if you think I'm an idiot, just fucking tell me and like give me a 2-week thing to be like, you're done.
Yeah, especially if you're a contract employee. It's not like they've hired you and they need to like trip you up to fire you.
They could do it today.
Yeah.
They could do it today.
And there'd be no
They've just done it. No.
And there'd be no problem. So that
No.
she's fucking.
Yeah. Especially when it's like, I don't know. I got like all this like critique, like professional critique. Perfect. All of it was like real. Like it was like, okay, all of these things can be fixed. I can see like all the points that you made. I know like the situations that you're referencing. Cool. But is that enough to like put me in this situation that I'm in now? I don't think so. No, because nothing is majorly like broken, and nothing's been like. There's been one time. There's been one time that it got pretty close, but there were a bunch of fail safes to where it didn't happen. But I was the one that like started the snowball, but the snowball never went anywhere. That was once. Which, when you're moving this quickly and there's that much like secrecy around stuff, like that's whatever.
Did you almost leak something?
One thing almost went early in a different region by like 30 minutes than it should have. 30 minutes. And I can't get into specifics, but like it's a situation like that of where it wasn't going to anyways, but like there were enough people to like that were on the email thread because there were like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
That can be a fuck up. My bad. But they did that. They made this decision before that, but that was like the only big one where I was like
doesn't
fuck.
mean she has to fucking ride you for everything or even throw out random tests.
Yeah.
It's a little silly if you ask me.
Yeah. But no more boohooing. I mean, whatever.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, no more boohooing.
Yeah.
You can't talk about your job, can you? You want to put our
Boink. That Chinese cotton can't touch this.
This isn't Chinese. Oh, good. Have you watched that?
The first episode.
Okay. Have you watched anything all the way through?
A couple movies.
All right, so we can't talk about movies. Then. All right, if we can't talk about movies, what about books?
Interstellar is going to be in theaters again, and I might go see. I might break my theater.
You didn't go to the Minecraft movie?
No, I didn't go to Minecraft.
Dick and Jackie.
That is funny that people were getting fucking rowdy.
I wanted to go so bad. I was thinking about
Why
just going by
didn't you go?
I should have.
You love Minecraft.
I'm just
basically
I'm
Steve.
so fucking tired on weekends, dude.
You gotta perk up.
Yeah.
A little caffeine.
I don't know why you do it. How do you do it? Because you work.
I chug these all the fucking time.
Maybe, dude. There's something. It's just
10 calories.
I'm just so emotionally and physically like I'm mostly emotionally and like just tune your
this shit perks you up. You throw a Zen in, you forget about everything else. Perfect.
The Zins. The last time I did one with you, they didn't give me a headache.
It's because they're the lady Zins. It's 3 milligrams. Halvesies.
I'm not a lady.
Neither am I.
But you take them.
But I take them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're great.
Not really.
They're not overpowering.
It's still like.
Anytime I have like 3 drinks, I'm at the bar. I walk there. I walk home. Goes in, back to 0.
What does the lady think of you walk into a bar?
It's better than driving.
All right. Yeah.
Safer.
It's safer.
Yeah.
It's safer.
I gotta go back to that. I think I might be going back to that cowboy. That saloon place where I kick the door down and it goes.
Yeah, dude.
I might be going back there on Friday.
When I walked in there, why you need someone? You need a partner to fucking.
Partner.
Fucking. We should go play pool there and act like we're hot shots and.
Those guys piss me off so much.
Yeah. You guys are dummies.
Acting like cowboys.
When it's the 21st century.
Yeah. Also wearing the fucking hat. Those
gallon
hats.
Yeah.
But like the trucker hats and just the tightest T-shirt, and then claiming cowboy is the funniest thing in the world.
It's
cracks me
and
up.
they like only stand and like that phenotype is only near the pool table.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't see. Like,
dude, I got a piece of that.
Okay.
And we.
Oh my God.
What? They win.
We're 3-0 up.
Golly.
In the 50th minute.
You go catch the second.
No, you go pee. We need to do it for a couple more. I will go look at my emails though.
Pause. Who scored? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from a little potty break. Little tinkle session. What were we talking?
What was it?
What were we talking about?
We were talking about if whether or not we should do your bachelor party in New York
We were definitely
or
not talking about that.
Tokyo. No, Tokyo would be expensive.
Speaking of New York,
Somewhere in the U.S. though. Somewhere in the U.S. I think New York would be a really cool one.
I think
We could do something crazy there. I think.
It's gonna
Now
be
hear me
the
out.
Deschutes River in Bend.
Now hear me
What's
out.
up? I'm listening.
Miami would be kind of crazy.
I don't know if I ever want to go to Miami.
Well, that's the point. It's like you
super
don't.
hot.
Yeah.
Like not.
Humid.
Yeah. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking. It's everybody's sweaty.
That's true. I don't
And
like
it's
that.
like
You go to L.A. to the comedy stores. Go to Austin. Go to Mothership.
Oh,
You
do
go
people
to-
still go to the comedy?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
It was popping. Did
probably.
it not burn down?
No, surely not.
Might have.
Devastating.
Pretty devastating.
New York would be cool.
Is he? Have you talked to him since he started his fucking thing?
Starting what? His thingy, his
the
job
work
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That still confuses me. I don't. Does he work at a new hospital every summer?
Oh, I don't know if it's new. I don't know.
He's just back at the old one.
I have no idea.
Oh.
I would have assumed so. There can't be that many hospitals that are connected to that
Like
program.
3 or 4, maybe. He's
Yeah.
only got what, a year left.
Yeah.
You think he'll come back to the West Coast?
I think he's gonna go to Colorado. I think that's the last time I talked to him because the one place he used to work at. We're talking about Ben, our friend, who's like a psychologist. Yeah, psychologist. Yeah, he's a psychologist. And he was offered a job at the practice he was at, Colorado, after he graduated. He's 1 year out from whatever his fucking doctorate.
We
Has
should
to
go
be.
out for his.
That makes sense. It'd be a
Good.
fucking schmovie.
Be a movie. Be a
Fucking
film. It'd be a pamphlet.
schmovie.
Could make a presentation.
We
about
also have to. I told him to be like we're thinking he comes up to us because he lives in California. That when he
Yeah.
comes after in the summer, that he comes up here, and we don't all meet somewhere. We just
I like that a lot. We could even meet. We could meet
what would we do?
in Southern Oregon. I
Yeah.
like Sun River, Bend area. But hikes. There's water. There's. Isn't that where we?
You and these hikes.
That's where we went. That's
Caldera?
We went to Throw back to the old Caldera.
we can't go back there.
We could, certainly not. But there's other areas around there that aren't Caldera-y.
We could do that, but there's one thing we would have to do, and that's no bringing tents.
No tents. I could vouch for that. My tent's broken right now. Anyway.
Yeah,
Fresh out of poles.
this guy's got a because he's been fucking
What?
laying it down.
God dang.
Big feet fucker.
Big feet. I barely.
Big feet fucker. How would we do like a 1 day thing? Like it depends how long he'd be here for.
Yeah, I'd rather do.
I would
a couple
think-
days.
I would think he'd do if he comes up here.
Yeah.
It'd be like, dude, you gotta be here for like a week.
if
You
he's
gotta
coming,
commit a week.
3 days at the minimum. I'd say.
Yeah,
3 full days.
yeah.
Travel days on each side. How
So-
long were we in New York? We were in New York for a week.
We got there. I think Thursday night because I remember working. I took Friday off. We got back Sunday night. So yeah, 3 days.
Felt like it.
But like a movie. We were there for 3 days. I remember each of those nights that we cuddled.
Never happened.
uh,
God is my witness. Never happened.
I don't think you. Chat. Yeah, that's a good point. You also just went to some back alley and threw up, so I don't think you really remember.
I mean, God is my witness. I slept on the solo couch.
You were like, I called my
you
mom.
slept in the back room.
That wasn't me. That was Zach.
Zachary?
Yeah, we slept
Zachariah?
together
No. No.
in a way.
Nunca.
Shit. So if he comes up for 3 days, one of those was hiking for sure.
I feel like he would enjoy that.
Yeah.
He doesn't get much of that out there in the.
What else
In
would
the
we do?
apple.
Yeah, but then he goes home and then it's like the complete opposite.
Yeah.
He's got geese.
I don't. If we're at, I forgot that he's got a fucking farm down there. The if he comes up to Portland,
We should do something.
that
in
would also
Portland.
be a good time.
That's an Ubering day right there.
That is Ubering day.
We'll start drinking early.
Possibly do a couple of mimosas.
Oh yeah?
A little mimosi action.
Is that what you when you go to your fucking your little 2-piece,
What?
your little
I don't have a 2-piece.
your little combined, well,
oh.
you go like, ooh, a little mimosi.
A little mimosi
Oh, babe
action.
loves little mimosies. Do you love a mimosi? Oh, we get 2 little mimosies.
Look, I know you don't talk to girls.
Cuck.
The ladies love mimosas.
Fucking.
Um,
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
They love beer.
No, they don't.
The women who do that are weird, are scary.
I've met ladies that like beer, and they're interesting.
Scary. Be like, you drink that? That's so bitter.
Ew.
I mean,
That's
watch
that
me.
sounds like you, brother.
That's what I do.
I bet you love mimosas. But
That's not true at all.
guess we'll see.
You know, we've talked
Guess
about this on
we'll
the
see.
pod. You guys wouldn't. Some of you may not remember because we've unlisted everything. But I'm a sweet sipper.
Ain't that the truth?
Irish Baileys, dude. That's it. Just fucking.
Just the dessert shit.
I literally
It's like
drink.
straight syrup.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
I literally I drink like, dude, because it's like 17% alcohol. You drink like this much in a glass. You're feeling good.
Can't believe this.
I do that every Friday night.
Do you put that in your milkshake?
Should do that.
You guys have an apple tree?
Negative. Our neighbors do though. I was trying to get us to get an apple tree when we were buying plants, but then PB was like, I don't know what to do. Like, where would we put it? Because we'd have to kill something else. We'd have to take something down.
Throw it in the backyard.
We're not technically allowed to do that.
As ho.
The hoa.
The apple cops?
The county. I was also of the same mind to be like, if we put it back there far enough, like it's just a part of the trip. Like nothing's gonna happen to it.
Snitch your neighbors? Do they snitch?
No.
Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it. And he was just like, no.
TB should get on the hoa.
He's
You should
he's
get on
on
the board.
something. He's on some board. There's
Really?
like, these old people, they love boards. There's like a
There's
bunch of
nothing
boards.
They like more than boards.
He's on one of the boards. Something involving like security or like guns or something. I don't know. It's because he's in the military or because he was in
Really?
the military. Yeah.
They said, let's get that guy.
Everyone.
He's got the cool truck too, so they're definitely.
He's got a new big truck in this economy. I was trying to convince him to not do that
Why?
because I kept telling him to be like, your wife is like working to pay off loans on the house, and you doing that doesn't help the situation. Like she could retire probably if you didn't do that.
Be pulling from her military benefits yet?
Oh yeah, that's all that comes in already. Yeah. Yeah.
Lemon squeezy.
But it also works.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with her.
With what? About what?
DMV never sent me a fucking ID
Says you.
card.
Says you.
I changed my address and they never sent me an ID card. Fuck's up with that?
Maybe it's out there somewhere.
It ain't.
Did you call them?
Yeah,
What'd they say?
I didn't call
I had to. I called them.
and said, "Hey, where's my ID card?"
I needed a new one, but I couldn't
Why'd
like
you need
do
a
it
new one?
online. I couldn't do it online because I lost it in Mexico.
God, fuck. The no, I did it online. I changed my address. It said it's all good. I got the email, and then I never got mailed it. The fuck's up with that?
I think you're skipping a few steps here.
What steps?
Did you go online? You saw the website?
Yeah, I saw the website. Also, why don't they just send the
You
stickers
see all
anymore?
the forms? You
Yeah.
see all the forms.
Yeah, I filled them out.
You get a call? You call them?
I didn't call
You've missed a step. You've already missed a step. You're
them.
supposed
Why
to
do I
get
have to call them?
You got to get clarity on this kind of stuff, man, because then you come to me
Hey.
and you ask, "Hey, can your mother like do me a favor and get me to the front of the line?"
Yeah, do some shit.
And she says that every family member of everyone asks that, and the answer is always no.
I don't want her to pull any favors. I want her to tell me where my ID card is.
They could
Which
probably
would
find
be-
that out if you didn't skip step 3.
Hey guys, I'm
Yeah, you can't say that. You gonna get any more tattoos?
actually I was gonna go tomorrow, but I changed.
What are you gonna get?
I'm gonna get a froggy.
Where? Let me guess. Let me get 3 guesses of where you would put it.
You get 2.
Okay. Dick.
God no.
Oh.
That hurt.
Does that one count? Do I have 2? Do I still have 2?
That one counts.
No, I get 2 more.
You took a breath before.
No, I get 2 more.
And you said it. That counts.
On your body.
Right.
On your leg?
I was thinking about my
What?
shoulder or behind. But the
Oh, I'd love to see that. Every time when you're down there fiddling with the laptop and I come up behind you.
And then I strongman.
What are you, a horse?
And then I strongman
What
you
are
out of there.
You mean strong horse me out of there?
But I'm gonna wait till I get back from.
All right.
I was like, shit. Right before. I gotta be active.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm.
If you're gonna be on the sun?
Yeah. Probably not the best idea.
No. When I went to Bangkok, it was like this tattoo was like still fresh, and was always just like worried about it of like too much sun, because they all like that's like the one thing to be like, make sure you don't go out in like the sun a bunch. Yeah. But
what about you? Are you cranking up any moves?
I'm thinking about it. The next one I get, I think should be like either kind of combine like these to make it kind of like the patchwork, like to make it look like, oh, that's patchwork, because right now it doesn't look like patchwork.
Gotcha.
But that or like a bigger piece that like connects, maybe something over here. But either way, it's going to be probably expensive, and I want to make sure that the job thing is convinced, for the next at least like year before. Contract life's a bitch. But no complaining, no whining.
No. Always just prize in the bag,
What?
There's job stability there. McDonald's is always looking for.
What the fuck, dude?
That'd be cool. You could do. McDonald's is already established. You caught up, change your voice, and
There were jobs for that and like other food, like Papa John's, and I was like,
Papa John's does need a rebrand.
I don't want to do that.
Up.
Because my whole brand, when I go into like interviews and they're like, oh, you've done a lot of stuff and you're pretty young. How old are you? And they like that conversation doesn't come up if you work at Totito's Pizza Rolls. Totito's.
Certainly not.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So you kind of like, a little bit, and it's part of the industries, but the industries are cool. So, yeah.
That's why you're never going back to the potato land.
No. Not there. I saw a couple roles that opened up, and I was like, oh, I could probably get these if I could. Like, just imagine, like 3 years ago, I was begging for a job. Yeah. You thinking about going back to your old town, the old man, the old people?
No.
What do you mean? See this one through? You have a time limit?
Till it ends. 2029.
Damn. You're gonna be almost 29 by then.
I think I will be 29.
You're gonna be 29 by then.
That's only in 4 years. Hell.
We've graduated 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years. It's almost been we've almost been
done.
in college as much as like out of it since then. Crazy. Especially when you look at like I talked to Sel this last weekend.
Yeah.
And he just graduated from the extra stuff. And it's like insane. And Ben has like another year left.
I don't even know what he hasn't even hit the real world yet.
Yeah.
Which blows my mind.
Crazy.
Yeah. At least Sal's spent some time.
He works too, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So.
I just feel old. I think of like that. Like we don't look super old. I don't think we'd look out of place in like a college town. But deep down, you're like,
Nah, I thought that too. But I went to Eugene last weekend, and I was walking around, and I was like, "Oh shit, I do not belong
Really?
here." Yeah,
oh,
people
no.
walking around in like sweatpants and sweatshirts. And that. Not like you, but like just woke up and
What
rolled
the
out of
fuck?
bed.
What do you mean, like me?
At least you can dress it up a little bit. It looks okay. It doesn't look like you just rolled out of bed. Put it like that.
I got my best air, my airs on.
You do.
I
But
do got my
still,
best airs on.
there's a difference of like walking around college town. This is the most they've ever done. And I was like,
Okay, I see what you're talking about now.
Eugene's
so
nice, though. If I applied for it, probably wouldn't.
Oh,
U
of O.
Yeah.
That was the big one I was gonna go to.
It's a nice school. Nice area.
Yeah. Right.
Outside of the campus, though?
There's a couple commercial areas that are. There's the guy with a cock on his head. Yeah. Take us out on this. Let's wrap this up with what are you expecting, like the new pod? What it's supposed to be? This is season 2, everyone. For the
See what season 2 will bring. It'll be a lot of the same stuff.
Well,
I won't lie. It will be a lot of the same stuff.
Can't be.
I think the big thing will be gotta spend some more time on the back. And proactively on the front.
On the back 9.
On the back 9.
And when we're lining it up.
And the front 9.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. That's what we promise.
And shorter episodes.
What's the new model?
The halves.
Those are both staying like 40. Yeah.
There wasn't too much.
Oh.
We're milking her for all she's got, folks.
Hey, chat, everybody, please. We got 100 subs. We were supposed to do something special when we got to 100 subs.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
We got 101. I think we're at 101 now.
Yeah, we're at the big 101.
Yeah.
What are we supposed? We have over 10K views. Yeah.
That one ep got over.
The most recent one?
No.
Oh, the old one. Yeah.
One. I don't know why. I think I can't tell if it's a title thing or if it's an SEO thing or if it's a content. That's when we had all the boys. Couch.
And we did get comments that everybody liked the couch setup. We can move that right now.
We don't have to.
I don't think Mother would like that, no. All right.
Let's not make her upset.
Big 101. With the next episode, the next recording session, Thomas is going to go shirtless. And we're going to run through Portland for this. Because I can now do this. I'm going to look like such a fucking prick. You know what I mean?
Hey. All right. We're doing big things. Love you.
Bye. Bye-bye.